Hello YouTube, Shosh the Raccoon here. So I said a while back that I would be making a video talking about if every single US state dinosaur had a fight. And I wasn't really sure how I would do that. Until I had the idea to just talk about it while playing Path of Titans, dinosaur game, whatever, whatnot. So before I start playing, I would just like to go over some dinosaurs, all the dinosaurs that would be in the fight and some that I had to remove. I'm going to be going over this alphabetically, which is also how I'll be describing the fights. So first off, we have Arizona with Sonorosaurus, which was a sauropod about 49 feet long, 27 feet tall, and 11 tons. Arkansas was an ostrich-looking-ish dinosaur. I don't know what clade it belonged to exactly. I am not a scientist. I am just a nerd who likes dinosaurs. So, yeah, take everything I say with a grain of salt. If you know more about dinosaurs than me, feel free to talk about it. Yeah, Arkansas is about 15 feet long, 8 feet tall, 839 pounds. California has Augustinolophus, which is which is a hadrosaur, about 26 feet long, 10 feet tall, and 3 tons. Colorado has Stegosaurus. Everyone knows Stegosaurus. It's a Stegosaurid, about 21 feet long, 14 feet tall, and 7 tons. Connecticut has Dilophosaurus. Everyone knows Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. But not everyone knows that it actually wasn't like it was in Jurassic Park. It was actually 23 feet long, 6 feet tall, and 880 pounds. And we have no evidence of it having venom or a frill like it did in Jurassic Park. Delaware has Dryryptosaurus, which was about 25 feet long, 7 feet tall, and 1.5 pounds. Idaho has Oryctodromaeus, which was about 7 feet long, 2 feet tall, and 70 pounds. Maryland has Astrodon, another sauropod, about 59 feet long, 30 feet tall, and 22 tons. Massachusetts has Podokesaurus, about 3 feet long, 1 foot tall, and like 2 pounds. Missouri has Parasaurus, which was another one that is a hadrosaur. It's about 35 feet long, 10 feet tall, and 4 tons. Montana had Maiasaura, another hadrosaur, which was about 30 feet long, 8 feet tall, and 4.4 tons. New Jersey had Hadrosaurus, which you could probably guess by the name, is a hadrosaur. The fourth one here, by the way, 25 feet long, 10 feet tall, and 8 tons. New Mexico had Coelophysis, I hate that name, I can't pronounce it without looking at it, which was about 10 feet long, 25 feet long, 10 feet tall, and about 8 tons. No, that's Hadrosaurus, you dunce. Yeah, the 10 feet long is what got me. Coelophysis was about 10 feet long, 4 feet tall, and about 50 pounds. Idaho had Cryolophosaurus, which I don't know if it was related to Dilophosaurus, but it had a crest on its head, like Dilophosaurus. It was about 26 feet long, 8 feet tall, and about 1,100 pounds. Oklahoma had Acrocanthosaurus, which is about 40 feet long, 13 feet tall, and 7.5 tons. Tennessee has Edmontosaurus, the 5th hadrosaur here, at about 43 feet long, 10 feet tall, and 4 tons. Texas had Paluxysaurus, which in my research I found it's Sauroposeidon, which was about 110 feet long, 60 feet tall, and 65 tons. Utah, unsurprisingly, has Utahraptor at about 20 feet long, 6 feet tall, 660 pounds, the largest of the dromaeosaurs. And Washington has Susiosaurus rex. And there's no real definite size estimates. The best I could find was that it was about 37 feet long and a little under not 5 tons. But like I said, I believe this was all based off of like a single femur that we found. So yeah, that's and some dinosaurs that I'm just going to not include here would be California with Augustinolophus, Missouri and Montana with Parasaurus and Maiasaura, just because we don't need 5 hadrosaurs in the match, especially because they're all like the same size. And then last that I'm going to exclude here is Sauroposeidon, because there's no way that anything is beating a full-grown Sauroposeidon. Like any dinosaur. Like, they say everything's bigger in Texas. It includes their state dinosaur, so that's just... Know that Texas would win if I didn't exclude it. So that leaves 16 fighters left, and... So, I mean, it's good matchups. So I'm going to start playing now as I, go through the fights. I'm going to go through the fights alphabetically. If I didn't say that before, I didn't have a script for this video, and it was very, very short term with when I made it, so let's just start and do it. So the first matchup is going to be Arizona versus Arkansas. Now, Arkansaurus is a very cool dinosaur. Like I said, it's ostrich-like, almost like, did I just hear something? Another dinosaur. Ah, that is another that might be an NPC. Okay. Okay. He's cool. He's cool. So the first match, yeah, like I said, Arkansaurus, it's a really cool dinosaur, but I just don't see it beating a 50-foot sauropod in a fight. So yeah, I'm gonna give Arizona the win on that one. The second fight is going to be Colorado versus Connecticut. And these dinosaurs lived at about the same time, and they're honestly pretty similarly sized, except for the fact that Stegosaurus weighs 7 tons. So I would wager to guess that Stegosaurus would win against Dilophosaurus, just based on the fact that it was much, much bigger. And then the next fight would be Delaware versus Idaho. And Dryryptosaurus, it's very cool. And it's just so much bigger than Oryctodromaeus. Almost 5 times bigger in length, at least. No, sorry, almost 4 times. My math is wrong. What is wrong with me today? I'm so tired. So yeah, Delaware would win on that one. Sorry, I'm scrolling through my laptop because there's a lot to keep up with. Yeah, next matchup is Maryland versus Massachusetts. And I'm going to be honest. Podokesaurus for Massachusetts, it's 3 feet long. And Astrodon being almost 60, it wouldn't even need to know that a fight had occurred to win that fight. Next fight would be Missouri versus Montana, but I excluded them. So next would be New Jersey versus New Mexico. And Chloephysis is a cool dinosaur. There are a lot of cool dinosaurs in here that I had actually never heard of before I decided to start making this video. But the problem is that Hadrosaurus is just a lot bigger. There's no way Coelophysis, I hate that name, would really just be able to do anything to Hadrosaurus. So I'm going to give that one to New Jersey. Next one is Ohio with Cryolophosaurus and Oklahoma with Acrocanthosaurus. And these are both meat-eating dinosaurs. What is wrong with you? Why won't you? Thank you. An Acrocanthosaurus, it's just so much bigger at 40 feet long and 7.5 tons. So that one's gonna go to Oklahoma. Next would be South Dakota versus Tennessee with Triceratops versus Edmontosaurus. And even though Edmontosaurus was longer than Triceratops, Triceratops was a lot heavier and also had a lot more tools with which to defend itself. And then the last fight is between, well, for the first round anyways, is going to be between Utahraptor and Susiosaurus rex. And even though all their size estimations are based off of a single femur that we found, it is still a Tyrannosaur, a large one at that. So it's just so much bigger than Utahraptor. Alright, I'm gonna pause. So that one's gonna go to Washington, so I'm gonna edit. I don't know why 5 different states had hadrosaurs as their state dinosaur. It's kind of bogus. Especially with Montana. Because I think I might have excluded a bunch more. Alright, so round 2. We're gonna go Arizona versus Colorado. Sonorosaurus versus Stegosaurus. And I know I'm just rehashing it and it sounds like, I don't know, because like I'm from Arizona, but I just, like, I know that this video, it was based off of those Who Would Win books by Clint's Reptiles, but saying ouch doesn't make you win a fight, and that's really the only thing that Stegosaurus could do. It'd be like stepping on a thorn for Sonorosaurus. So yeah, Arizona's gonna win that one. And then we would have Dryryptosaurus versus Astrodon. I mean, we just went over this. Astrodon is bigger than Sonorosaurus. So yeah, that one's gonna go to Maryland. Alright, New Jersey versus Oklahoma. And we know that Acrocanthosaurus was a big theropod. And hadrosaurs kind of had no way of defending themselves against big theropods. So that one would absolutely go to, why would you do that? Absolutely to Oklahoma. Then we got South Dakota versus Washington. And I mean, as far as we know, Triceratops was really, really good at killing. I'm stuck. Really, really good at killing tyrannosaurs. Like, even T-Rex would have had trouble with Triceratops and other ceratopsians of that size. So, considering Susiosaurus rex was a lot smaller than, yeah, I'm gonna give that one to South Dakota. Now I have to pause again to erase all the losers. You know what? Screw it, because it is 1:51 in the morning. Who cares? Because like I said, no one's gonna watch this video anyway. Okay, here we go. 4 dinosaurs left. We got Arizona versus Maryland. Now this is actually a pretty fair fight, I think. 2 sauropods fighting off against one another. However, Astrodon is a lot bigger than Sonorosaurus. At about 60 feet and 22 tons, Sonorosaurus is half that weight. And, ooh, food. I need that. But yeah, Maryland wins. Yeah, I need to focus here to kill this frog. Did I get it? I didn't. Okay, yay. And now we got Oklahoma versus South Dakota. Acrocanthosaurus versus Triceratops. And this is hard, because, like I said, we know that ceratopsians were really good at defending themselves against and killing large theropods. But Acrocanthosaurus, being 40 feet long and 7.5 tons, Acrocanthosaurus was big. Way bigger. Well, no, actually it wasn't. So, yeah, I would have to give that one to Triceratops. And now we have the finals. Maryland versus South Dakota. Triceratops versus Astrodon. Once again, it's Arizona versus Colorado Electric Boogaloo. Ooh, someone's making noises. I just need water. Yeah, it'd be like stepping on a thorn for Astrodon. That's a long drop. So yeah, with the regulations I set, it looks like Maryland is the winner with Astrodon as their state dinosaur. If you actually watched this video and you have some gripes or recommendations on what I could do to make this better, leave a comment, and I have no quarrels with doing this again to make it more better for the viewers. Like I said, I am not a paleontologist, so that's salt water. I'm just a guy who likes dinosaurs. Yeah, so with that, I guess, how long is this recording? It doesn't say, fun. So yeah, with that, I guess I'll just, if you watched this video, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.